Hello everybody, welcome back. We are back playing Genshin today and we are starting the 4.1 part of the Archon quest. Last time in 4.0, we became lawyers very quickly after coming to Fontaine for our new pal Linny. And in becoming lawyers, we found out about this devious, dastardly plan to experiment on dissolving girls into seawater. We kind of uncovered some truths about that with Navia and this very, very unhinged man who was trying to bring back his fiancée from herself being dissolved. It was a lot. We also witnessed Child go on trial and be proclaimed as guilty for some reason, which didn't seem to make any sense. And he went all lightning delusion powers in the court, where he was swiftly struck down by Nouvelette and taken away. He does not have access to his vision right now because it was malfunctioning a bit, and he gave it to us to hold on to. There's a prophecy that says that all the people will one day return to the waters, and the Archon will be left crying on her throne. So, let's see what 4.1 has in store for us. So it looks like we are headed down into the sewers.
Yep, there's the room, and it's empty and waiting for us as promised. Navia is such a good person.
She really is.
Now that the serial disappearances case has been solved, no one's going to come after us for anything. Even without Silver standing guard, we can just completely relax. Why don't we stay and rest up here for a while? Even machines in Fontaine need to stop and recharge now and then.
If we wanted to rest, couldn't we pick somewhere with a decent view? Oh.
Come on, this place isn't that bad. Besides, how often do we get to stay in an actual base?
The truth, Paimon.
Oh, fine. Remember that detective story Paimon read before? Well, the author is about to release a new book, so Paimon wanted to buy it as soon as it came out and have a quiet place to read it.
Okay, just don't spoil the ending for me this time.
It's agreed. Come on, let's get some sleep. We'll need to be up first thing in the morning to get in line and buy a copy.
Alright, as you wish, Paimon.
Paimon didn't expect that style at all. Even though it's a detective novel, it's also like a social documentary.
Ooh.
It's actually pretty good.
You just finished it?
No! Paimon just spends a bit more time sleeping than you, that's all.
Excuse me, but do you know if the Traveler and Paimon are lodging here?
Logging here? That would be us.
You're not here to give us trouble, are you?
A blonde Traveler and a chatty little fairy. Whew, looks like I found the place. I was sent from the Palais Mermonia. Monsieur Nouvelette wishes to see you. It seems he has something important to discuss in person.
Interesting.
He wants to see us again already? Huh. We talked so much the last time we met. Has something happened since then?
I am not privy to the details. It would be best if you came to the Palais Mermonia and asked Monsieur Nouvelette in person.
If you say so, but Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
Now that I've delivered the message, I'll take my leave.
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few days, so we'll head over once we freshen up.
We've just been hopping on the bed rotting trend, apparently. Oh, I missed the open doors of the academia.
Nouvelette! We're here! Did you want to see us about something? Huh? Why were you just standing there? You daydreaming or thinking something over?
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to
look at that
discuss
cake
next,
on his desk. That looks nice.
I still have some reservations.
Oh?
Given that we've already made the trip here, you should just tell us.
Right.
You need us to help you with something, right?
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then decide for yourselves whether you'd like to help or not. The situation is this.
Yes.
It's come to my attention that the Snezhnayan Harbinger known as the Knave wants a diplomatic meeting with you, correct?
Uh-oh.
I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright. I'm sure you're
This
aware
could be
that
trouble.
her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament. We convicted one of the Snezhnayan Harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put pressure on us.
Oh,
I believe
boy.
we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation.
I think we should agree to the meeting.
Oh, really?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation. if we keep putting off the meeting, it could easily result in the problem escalating.
Okay, she makes a good point.
It's like a fight between two friends. If they don't agree to see each other and talk in person, isn't it possible that the friendship could end entirely?
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. If we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but a complete falling
Okay,
out.
he also makes a good
I
point.
don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Even if the logic of the divine is not immediately apparent, its wisdom will
I was just
only
gonna
be
say that
revealed
she
with
sounds
time.
like very composed right now, very Archon-like, and then it just went out the window when she was like, eh,
If any
the wisdom
problems
it'll
do
come to me
pop up,
eventually.
You'll have no problem navigating them.
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea.
Oh,
It seems you think too much of me. But more importantly,
the introvert of
when
me
did I agree to join
relates
the
to
meeting
that
with you?
so much.
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me. I must take you with me.
This really is Nouvelette and
Lady
his
Furina,
gremlin daughter.
Could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
No, not at all. Look, I am the Hydro Archon of Fontaine, Focalor, the god of justice who is loved and adored by many. So I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't overthink it.
Oh boy.
I'll go find someone to arrange the meeting.
He's so tired.
Though it could officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea
Oh
party.
my gosh.
I assume you see it the same way, Miss Furina?
She's here.
Lady Furina?
Yes, that's right. Just like you said, a tea party. I should thank you for providing the pastries. They
do look pretty good.
delectable. To make this tea party even more lively, I've invited someone else to join us today.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Nouvelette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally, there's no need to introduce the nation's revered Yudex to me.
I like that she said that bringing him would spice up the party.
The
And I
pleasure
feel
is
like that's
also
just
mine.
not the case at all.
First, I would like to thank the two of you. I'm often away on business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been well taken care of by you. Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Minnie and Lynette,
Oh,
were
boy.
falsely accused by you. Please don't misunderstand. The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood, perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui. There's no getting around that. All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable in recent years. The people are well off and the children lead happy, fulfilled lives. That is something truly worth cherishing, and no one wishes to disrupt such people.
Now then,
Oh
you
boy.
have come regarding the matter
I'm
of
so
child,
worried
correct?
about what's gonna happen.
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Yudex Nouvelette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries, and hopes that we can get straight to the point of our talk. Yes, as you surmised, understanding Child's situation is indeed one of the goals of this trip. Child and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would serve as the other's attorney to resolve the issue.
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled. I apologize for being unable to grant your request.
An outright refusal. Very well. I respect all the rules of Fontaine's courts, just as I respect you as Chief Justice. Okay, why don't we back up a step? You don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the fortress of Meropide to see Child and confirm his condition. It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a simple request like that. Right, Miss Furina.
I feel like she's playing games right now.
The fortress of Meropide has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have a proposal.
Oh, is this where we come in?
The knave showed up already?
Awesome.
Well, Lenny did say that father will be returning soon.
I also noticed that Lady Furina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to the knave.
I wonder if she's nervous or if it's something more.
Threatening Lady Furina or something?
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Furina inform me? And what means could the knave possibly have to twist the arm of an Archon?
Good
So
question.
maybe that's not very likely. Even though Furina can act a little weird at times, she's still an Archon.
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the fortress of Meropide, Child recently
What?
disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
Disappeared?
The details are still unclear.
Oh
I cannot rule
no.
out an escape, but there have also been no reports of him outside of the fortress of Meropide. I would like you to go to the fortress of Meropide and investigate
Alright.
Child's disappearance.
Detective, Traveler, and Paimon
This
on the
was my
case.
proposal during our meeting with the knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and report back to her.
I mean,
in
I guess
detail.
if anything, we're like somewhat the neutral
knave
third
did not
party.
satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being. Her words were, "We will talk more once we have that report."
So that means we
Excellent.
got ourselves some time.
Why do you want us to go?
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Child. Your eyes may discern relevant
Ah,
details
right.
there that others would miss. And secondly, is the consideration of the unique nature of the fortress of Meropide.
Isn't it just Fontaine's prison?
I would not define it so crudely. The fortress of Meropide is not affiliated with the court system of Fontaine on paper.
Interesting.
It has always existed as an autonomous entity. Early in Fontaine's history, criminals were punished with exile, not imprisonment. Even today, sentences against convicted criminals still include exile, just as before. The fortress of Meropide may seem like a prison, but it should in fact be regarded as a gathering place for exiles. All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That's why you need us to conduct our
Yes.
own investigation
Our
as a
brains.
third party, right?
Our brains.
Correct. I will arrange false charges against you so that you may secretly investigate inside the fortress during your detention. So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
Since you're in such a tough spot,
Yeah.
I
no
guess
matter
we
how
can be
you look at it,
criminals.
It seems we're the best choice. All right, we hereby accept this difficult task. Reluctantly.
You two have my sincere thanks. This matter is of critical importance to Fontaine's current situation. Since you are sacrificing both your time and quality of life for the sake of delivering this report, you will be compensated according to the
Ooh,
highest
okay.
standards permitted to legal
I'll take
staff,
that.
regardless of the outcome.
Now that's more like it. Come on, traveler, let's go eat the best meal we can find. We'll eat so much that we won't need to eat another meal for a whole month. Your treat.
My treat?
Are you
Paimon.
leaving now?
I'm broke.
In that case, please take this cake as a token
Ooh,
of my
yes.
personal gratitude.
I was hoping he'd say that. That cake looks delicious.
Let's just try our best to investigate everything quickly once we get there. Paimon doesn't want to stay in prison too long.
Same.
Oh, what
Oh.
is that I hear? Is it the taste of a break?
Oh no.
Hey, you can't hear a taste.
Yeah, get her
Here,
Paimon.
Charlotte.
Oh, don't remind me. I invited an eyewitness to a case to eat here, and I was planning to get some great material
So
out of him.
rude.
But he didn't even show up. Calm down, calm down. This is nothing new. As a journalist, you should be used to this by now.
Oh, poor
As long as
Charlotte.
you can spare
I
some
feel like
juicy
she's
tidbits
just
from
trying her
you might
best
still be able to recover the cost of the meal.
at all times.
You know we can still hear you, Charlotte.
Never mind. It's nothing. I just heard you mention the Fortress of Meropide. You
No.
didn't commit a crime, did you?
She's
Please
so
tell me all about it.
nosy.
No way! We would never! We're just going there to...
Achoo.
to... Oh no, Paimon almost forgot that Neverlet told us to keep it a
We're going to serve our sentences and redeem ourselves for spoiling the ending of a detective novel in public.
You're being arrested for that?
You wouldn't believe the laws here, Charlotte. Don't even get me started.
About it, I suppose that's not completely unreasonable. That's pretty despicable. Oh, how disappointing.
Sorry.
Right, there's still a chance. Since you're going to be at the Fortress of Meropide, would you be willing to help me gather some material for a story?
About that, Paimon doesn't think we'll have any time.
Right.
It's nothing difficult. All you have to do is think of a way to get some time face-to-face with the warden of the fortress. He was awarded the honorary title of Duke in Fontaine.
Interesting.
Sounds really cool, huh? Only those who have made significant contributions to the nation have been conferred this title. It's incredibly rare. On top of that, the Fortress of Meropide has never been under the jurisdiction of the courts. Practically nobody, including journalists like me, knows anything about the person in charge there. Oh, if I could write an exclusive article about him, I bet it would sell a boatload of papers.
You make it sound easy, but it really depends.
Of course. I wouldn't ask you to do it for free. So this meal is on
Ooh, okay.
You got a deal. We'll do anything you want.
I feel like we're gonna have to act up though to meet the warden, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Huh? Wait, just how much did you order?
And it's all for Paimon.
All right, Neverlet, we're ready. Is this where the entrance is?
You have come, just as promised. Yes, this is the one and only entrance to the Fortress of Meropide from Irenaeus.
Scary.
Careful. You may want to step back a bit.
Ooh, so you have to go down
wow.
from here? Is the prison underwater?
Utilizing both the barrier of the water as well as the fear humans have of the depths, the
Creepy.
Fortress of Meropide is naturally the perfect place to confine and guard criminals. But do not worry. It is not nearly as frightening inside as you may think.
Okay.
You'll see for yourselves once
If
you
you're
are down
sure.
Paimon hopes you're right.
there. Mention that I have had personal dealings with the administrator of the fortress, Wriothesley. He's a very shrewd fellow.
Yeah, we heard about him too. He's that dude, right?
Oh, I see.
Correct.
The puzzle
He is
pieces
the
are all
highest
coming
ranking
together now.
manager of the underwater prison. Even though you are going there to investigate at my behest, it would behoove you to avoid any confrontation
Awesome.
with him or any of his
Goes
subordinates.
directly against what Charlotte
The Duke
asked
rarely
us.
ever leaves the Fortress of Meropide, but that does not mean he is not privy to all that is happening inside and outside the fortress. He is quiet, but not unaware.
Interesting.
So please bear that in mind.
I will keep
All
that in
right.
mind.
It's about all the time that we have to talk privately. I'm counting on you two.
Don't worry, we won't let you down.
Yeah.
Madeline!
I'm here, Monsieur Nervalet. These two are the newest convicts, I presume? Don't worry, they won't escape on my watch.
Like we would try.
Please follow me, you two. I'll process your paperwork for entering the Fortress of Meropide.